Everybody in Kenya knows there's a problem. Instead of listening to the agencies, the issues they are raising, abductions, extrajudicial killings, corruption, misappropriation of public resources, President says, no. These people have been incited by Rigiji and Uhuru. You know, the president does not know the problem in Kenya. He has given 7 reasons so far. He's a very confused person, extremely confused.
Ladies and gentlemen, despite Rigathi Gachagua being busy in the United States of America, still he has been able to achieve a lot locally and internationally. And on this particular video, I want to take you through step by step on some of the achievements that Rigathi Gachagua has done so far, despite being in the US and absent from the country. Before I take you through, kindly if this is the first time you're watching my videos, make sure that you subscribe, like and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel.
I would have agreed with William Ruto, like Raila. We sit and eat, then we finish the country. Today I'll be a very wealthy man. I would have joined him in all the deals. E-Citizen, we do. Fuliza, we do. Medical equipment, we do. Because he was willing to let me eat so that I keep quiet. He was quite happy. In fact, he told me, "We wacha mambo mingi bana. We kuja tukule bana. Hii Kenya ni yako. Hii Kenya ilikuliwa na Kenyatta bado isha, ikakuliwa na Moi bado isha, ikakuliwa na Uhuru. We shida yako ni gani?"
Ladies and gentlemen, what are some of the achievements that Rigathi Gachagua has been able to make in this short period that he was impeached? He has been outside after impeachment. Number 1, Rigathi Gachagua has been able to successfully unite Mount Kenya, both living in Kenya and in diaspora.
Sema one term. Wewe William Ruto. Wewe Kasongo. Wewe muuaji. Wewe mwizi. Wewe Kasongo. Harambee.
Successfully. They are now speaking the same language. If you go to the UK, it's one term. If you go to the US, they are talking of one term. If you come back here to the 10 Mount Kenya counties, they're all talking about one simple thing. One term. There's no confusion here, despite some leaders are not coming out to speak about it. Governors are quiet. Some senators are quiet. Some members of parliament are quiet. But the common Mwananchi is speaking the same language as Gachagua and many other leaders across, and many other people actually across the world. So therefore, he has been able to successfully maintain the unity of the Mount Kenya, which is key for Mount Kenya in every election. That's number 1. Number 2, Rigathi Gachagua has been successfully been able to maintain the opposition despite being outside the country. In that, after Raila Amolo Odinga had joined the government, Kalonzo and his team could not be able to maintain or maybe do proper opposition because Kenyans were asking, Kalonzo step up, Kalonzo step up, until Rigathi Gachagua was impeached. So, when Rigiji was in the country, it was opposition right, left and center. William Ruto was not sleeping, was waking up to find Rigathi Gachagua, who had already spoken on something that is already trending across the country. Now, when you left to the US, people are like, now, how are we going to survive? To make matters more worse or more interesting, Rigathi Gachagua is in the US, William Ruto is in Kenya here, Murkomen is in Kenya here, Raila Amolo Odinga is in Kenya here. Then, all these other leaders do not respond to Rigathi Gachagua, do not respond to William Ruto, to Raila Amolo Odinga, or any other leader. But Rigathi Gachagua from the US.
So I saw Tinga the other day crying about cousins. He was crying in a funeral. Instead of mourning the late Phoebe Asio, he was mourning the loss of cousins from his grip. Because these cousins were mechanuka. And, you know, the other day when he brought problems, he was invited to the table by Ruto to eat together. He forgot all the cousins and went alone. Yet he wanted these cousins to wait for him to mislead them every election. So whoever Tinga, well, let me tell you, don't talk about cousins. Keep off family matters.
he gets some mic, some minutes when he's giving his speech to answer these leaders locally here. And in fact, he says it from the US, they receive it in Kenya, and they respond back to the US. Who has ever done that? So Rigathi Gachagua has been able to maintain opposition in Kenya and still carry on with these plans the way they were in the United States of America. Who does that? Another thing that Rigathi Gachagua has been able to achieve, it is the fact that he has maintained and dominated the social media and the media presence. His politics, it has been always been washed across social media. If right now you search one term, it's Gachagua that pops up. If you search right now, William Ruto, Gachagua will come, and then William Ruto will appear as well. Meaning that Rigathi Gachagua is very common on social media and the media at large. So that ability to maintain the social media, it's important for a politician. Why? People keep on remembering you. People keep on associating themselves with what you are saying, with what you do. People keep on following. People actually get to own you. You cannot compare the level of popularity right now as you speak in the country of Rigathi Gachagua and any other leader locally here. That makes it very easy for Rigathi Gachagua to operate. So after maintaining the media presence, all these others, when they come, they find him there and he's already dominating. So he's becoming among the most popular, not just for the older generations, but also to the young generations. Another thing that Rigathi Gachagua has been successfully able to achieve, it is the fact that he was able to popularize the DCP party, both locally and internationally. As we speak today in the country, the party that is being talked of more is the DCP party, led by Rigathi Gachagua. He's fielding candidates in almost all the by-elections. And as we speak today, he's working very hard to ensure at least also his members keep on moving across the country to popularize the party. Ladies and gentlemen, in the United States of America, he even opened an office there in Seattle. A clear indication that Rigathi Gachagua is focused to ensure that DCP party is very popular. And in fact, the DCP party will stay strong. That kind of the ability to do such things is not common in most of the leaders. That's why we are saying Rigathi Gachagua might be the greatest of all times if people are not careful. If other leaders are sleeping, he will be the greatest of all times. So ladies and gentlemen, as we speak today, Rigathi Gachagua has been able to maintain popularity of the DCP party. Another thing, ladies and gentlemen, Rigathi Gachagua has been able to finish Ruto locally and internationally. I just want to give an example. When William Ruto went to Western for a tour for 6 days, if you remember guys, when he was launching a transformer, he took there 6 days, but Rigathi Gachagua took 6 minutes to destroy him right from Nairobi. Why? He said, akitaja barabara unasikia, hey. That time, William Ruto, I think he felt like Rigathi Gachagua was not a man I knew. This is a different one. So therefore, locally here, he has taken care of President William Ruto. Despite being in the US, when William Ruto says something that either does not go well with Rigathi Gachagua, he answers it from there and it becomes effective here locally.
Mimi namuelewa sana. Lakini uongo. That man lies without blinking. Amekuangalia tu namna hiyo na kudanganya. Tangu nizaliwe, I've never come across such a liar in my entire life. Na ilifika pahali mimi nikaona siwezani naye. Siwezi.
That's the ability of him to deal with President William Ruto locally, despite being away. While in the US again, he has been able to deal with President William Ruto internationally.
William Ruto, you need to know, the Americans want to know why you are working with Al-Shabaab. Why, when you are in Mandera, you met 3 leaders of the Al-Shabaab militia at night to discuss business with them. They want to know why. they also want to know why you have removed the requirement for vetting of non-Kenyans before they are given IDs.
Exposing the things to do with Al-Shabaab, exposing his support for RSF, exposing so many things that we did not even expect could have come from Rigathi Gachagua. A clear indication that William Ruto has been managed both internationally and locally. And let me tell you one simple thing. When it comes to the international platform, the perception people have about you speaks a lot. If people have this, if they like you, let me talk of the whites, if they like you for certain ideals, if they subscribe to William Ruto being one of the best speakers in Africa, they can use that and really support you and listen to you. But in a scenario where you're also tainted as one of the corrupt leaders in the country or in the world, that perception you create in them, they also take it in and they disregard you. That is a clear indication that Rigathi Gachagua's messaging in the US is very effective. Last but not least, Rigathi Gachagua has been able to bring hope to the country, most especially to Kenyans. Hope on what basis? When Raila Amolo Odinga left and joined government, Kenyans, most of us felt like, now, how are we going to do when wrong things do what? Happen? Who is going to stand in for the people? Because when people are killed, nobody talks. When people are abducted, no one speaks. When houses are being burnt in certain market, nobody talks. When people are their buildings are being demolished, no one sees anything. When money is being stolen, no one says it, no one exposes them. Now, when Rigathi Gachagua came, he became the voice of the people. People now have some comfort that even if this happens in government, Rigathi Gachagua will counter them. That is basically what it means giving hope to Kenyans, that at least we have someone to fight for us. I don't know what is your take, but in the comment section, feel free to share with me, because that's the best way you can always support me. Ladies and gentlemen, my number is there. You can always contact me, advise me more on politics, and most importantly, also support the channel. See you next time for more videos.